Sapphire, if you could give us top 3 struggles that you've had in your life that you would like to share.
Ooh, this is going like deep then.
Yeah, we're going deep.
Okay, it's like, what do I want to talk about? Okay,
Talk about anything.
Yeah. Okay, well, obviously one of the biggest struggles in my life, there was a time when we were actually pretty new into the business, and we had just started, like I said, I just retired from my ballroom career. We kind of just started this full time, and, obviously any new business isn't making the money it should be. And we hit, kind of a rocky patch. We just weren't making ends meet, really. We were, trying our best. And this little long story that I do not want to go into, but we ended up homeless.
Oh, wow.
And, we ended up, and mind you, at this point we were living in Jersey, where things are so much more expensive, and all of that. And we had thought we had a place that was taking us, and then suddenly we didn't.
Ooh.
And we ended up living almost 6 months in our car. Sometimes we had a friend's, couch we could crash on from time to time, but we had to send our dog away to live with somebody else for that time. And it was rough. It was really a tough time. We were, clinging on to this dream of making this work. I was, reading my Lady Death comics, hoping for some strength to, get us in, through all this. But yeah, it was that. I would say that has been one of the most difficult times in my life. It's it really did test the lengths of everything. And there was always this part of me that was going, well, what if I went back to work doing something else? What if I got a job doing this? And we clung to this dream, and we really fought and kicked and scratched and clawed our way out of that. And so it just goes to show that if there is something you want, as especially something like this, where it's not an easy thing. It's something that so many people want to make work, and it does take drive to make it happen. And so it would have been so easy for us to quit and give up on this dream, but we didn't. We persevered. We made it through. Now we're living in our beautiful house. It's still we haven't made it to the owning part, but you know what? We're so happy to have a roof over our head, to be in this place where we can create these amazing things, where we can travel to these beautiful places. So, what? We put in that struggle, but, I can't say we've made it, because there is, I don't believe there is a made it. We're still reaching for that peak, and that peak gets farther every time you get closer. But that's what makes it great, and that's what allows us to strive for new heights. So, I don't know, that was kind of one, and you asked for 3, but I was pretty deep in. And
that's one big one.
That was a big one.
Yeah. The other part, I'm kind of turning this all back to cosplay, but
that's fine.
Cosplay is my life.
Yeah.
So, the other thing, truly, I felt this is kind of like an ongoing struggle with myself, is just this idea of kind of never being good enough. I will always strive for more. I don't take second best. That's just kind of who I am as a person. Mm-hmm. And so this part is kind of not cosplay per se, but it was part back to my ballroom dancing. I never made that number one spot. Mm-hmm. And so there was this time where I kind of kept, running at the wall, hitting it, trying so hard to break that wall down. And I never did. And so that to me was one of the greatest struggles of my life, was just the fact that I was never able to, and even though in the height of my ballroom dancing, I was, in the top 10 in the nation, professionally, I know I did good stuff. I know though my accomplishments were nothing to sneeze at, but it was hard for me because I never was able to crack that. And so in some ways, like getting the comic book covers and that kind of thing is like, those kind of help reassure me that I'm on the right path, that I'm doing the right thing. And even though there isn't really like a number one spot here in cosplay, like at least I know I'm still fighting for that dream and fighting to make it better. So like that kind of is, you know, it always has been a struggle for me, and it kind of always will be, but I'll never believe the best of myself. Like I'm always going to I know I can do better. So I will keep going to do better. So that's for me. And then as a final number 3, I don't really want to go into this too much yet because it's something that I guess I will give all of you keep an eye out for this because it is coming. I've been kind of teasing it a little bit on my social medias. But I've actually been dealing with some really large health issues lately. And some truly life-altering health issues. And so this is actually like the closest I've come talking publicly about it yet. So actually, because this is a little bit therapeutic for me, because truly once I make that decision and actually go fully public with it, it is going to change people's view of me, not in a bad way, but just it will change. And so I'm trying to brace myself mentally for that. And so I'm getting there, but it's challenging. And again, it's not because I think anybody will think anything bad or anything like that. It's just, again, it's that perfectionist in myself thinking less of me. And so I'm trying to deal with that in my own head. So that's number 3. But like I said, I'm going to leave it there a little bit vague, a little bit cryptic.
Listen to the full episode on all major platforms.